Guess who got fiber internet and it's even worse? This guy. Monday, Reddit reading, Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
I'm not reading.
Get therapy.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy, Sean. I'm livid. Today, Reddit on Wiki has started. I'll run through the stories anyways. Real quick, a double wedding disaster, a woman who gets stranded on the side of the road, an OP who needs to break up with a cat, an OP who effed up by changing their 80-year-old mom's name on her own phone, and it wouldn't be a Monday without an amazing Underbakke segment. And the Patreon story, I won't tell you the title, but it is posted by user Too Poor for Patreon, so you better fucking change that shit.
That intro was faster than his internet.
Yeah.
I'm livid. I'm so upset. Guys, Wikimaniacs, I've been talking.
He paying premium, but not getting any benefit.
I've been talking so much shit to the guys, been like, oh boy, you better fucking believe it. I'm getting fucking fiber internet finally. No more joking around about Sean's technology. It's going to be fucking perfect. Smooth sailings going forward. Guess what?
And not even in 5 seconds in, before we even recorded, he was so proud. He's like, look, guys, 600 upload speed immediately froze.
He didn't get through finishing telling us he had new internet before he froze.
What is going on? I'm so upset. I'm so mad.
It's okay, buddy.
Is it?
We will get through this episode. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we'll make it.
Today was supposed to be my fucking crowning achievement. Guess what? No one can ever make fun of Sean again for his internet or his technological disasters.
What they used to say in potato quality.
Even worse. Even fucking worse.
That's how life humbles you, my guy.
Yeah.
God damn it. God damn it. Anyways, anything else before we hop in?
Yeah, this might cheer you up, buddy. We got merch coming today.
Oh, yes.
We got merch out. Today is the second day of the pet merch.
Pet merch. We got 4 cats and 2 corgis on a shirt. What more could you want?
If this doesn't sell the fuck out, I don't know what will, honestly.
We got to pay for Sean's internet somehow.
Yeah.
And it still won't be good.
If this doesn't sell out, the next shirt is fucking my bunions on a tee.
Whoa, now it's really not going to sell.
My fucking bunions.
Yeah. I mean, now we're just guaranteeing this merch drops.
Now people are waiting for the merch. Now they want the bunion merch.
We need this to sell, Sean.
All right, guys. Are we ready to hop into the first story?
Let's do it.
Let's do it before you freeze up again.
Yeah, before I fucking everything gets even worse. I hate my life. All right. This one is coming from r/entitled people, coming from the GOAT, Mary Gitz 2011.
Bah.
All right, this one is double wedding disaster. Friends ruined their own wedding, but they won't ruin ours.
Okay.
I, 38 male, have been married to Mike, 35 male, for 3 years. Together for 12. We are very quiet, nerdy, nature-loving guys, not into flashy displays or drama at all. Let's take you back to the tail end of the pandemic, and since the borders were partially open, we decided to road trip to Gibraltar and elope. The pandemic was a great excuse not to invite anyone to our wedding and just do what we wanted. When we told our lesbian friends, Di and Ann, 45 female and 60 female, what we were doing, they decided on the spot that we were going to have a double wedding and immediately started taking over, suggesting a bunch of trashy, expensive things that we did not want.
Oh,
Diane.
Yeah, I was laughing at the name because it's one name.
Yeah,
Diane.
Yeah, Diane.
You got to assume those are fake names.
Made up names.
Yeah. It's also like, is this also saying you wish they were dead? Like I'm
I was going to say,
Whoa.
tell us how you really feel.
Diane.
Yeah, that's how I read it.
This is the story of how they attempted to ruin our wedding, but only ruin their own.
Ooh.
1. We initially decided that we'd get a rental car together and split it 4 ways, with Mike and Di splitting the driving. A month before the wedding, Di and Ann decided it'd be cheaper for them to take the train. Well, 6 trains actually, across 3 different countries.
Jeez.
Okay.
I immediately said no. And it turned out Di didn't even have her driver's license and had been driving illegally for years.
Oh no.
Mike offered to do all the driving if they would split the rental car with us, and they declined because it was too expensive and instead took the train. Obviously, it went terrible for them. Trains were canceled, tickets were lost, and they missed out on an entire night in Gibraltar because they were stuck at a random train station in the Spanish countryside. As an American, being stuck at a train station on a Spanish countryside sounds so amazing.
Sounds like there's way worse places to be stuck.
Yeah.
Hey, I got stuck at a train station in Japan one time, and we're like, hey, let's just walk this. This is fine.
I had a friend stuck in Peterborough last winter in the minus 40-degree weather.
Oh.
And like there was no heat on the train.
Okay, that's not nice then.
I know you guys don't know where Peterborough is, but it's
sounds cold.
It's not great.
I don't even know where Gibraltar is. So there's a lot of places
I'm glad you said it. I was thinking it. I was like, all right, well, these guys are somewhere in Europe.
It?
Gibraltar? Yeah, I think that's right. I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's like I want to say like Spain and Portugal. It's like near there. South.
Okay.
I could look it up.
Watch, this is like Eastern Europe or some shit.
It's in South America. Yeah.
How did they take a train to Spain? That's insane. Actually.
No, it's Spain.
Oh, okay.
Right beside Portugal. Okay.
Oh, goddamn colonizers. Still mad at y'all to this day.
Fair enough.
Mike and I had a wonderful road trip and spent a magical night in an Airbnb in Cartagena. I don't know. Stupid American. On the way there. Their train tickets ended up costing more than half of the car rental.
Oof.
Jeez.
2. We initially agreed to get a really fancy Airbnb in Gibraltar with a hot tub and all of that stuff. Split 4 ways, we could get something very nice. Well, Anne decided she wanted a real hotel and pulled out of the Airbnb plan. So I found a gorgeous little 1-bedroom place for us with a hot tub and a view of the sea. Di and Anne forgot to book the real hotel.
What?
And ended up in a freaking awful place by the port. Like
how
a place
do you forget to book a hotel?
Sean, have you booked your hotel yet? This is a great time to ask.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nancy was on top of it.
Okay, Nancy did it. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, and then we got our Toronto place.
Nice.
2 weeks ago.
Okay, I just when John asked that question, I was like, well, there's one guy I could think of that might do that.
Well,
it's like it's Scrubs.
Ours was booked like 2 months ago.
Well, yeah. I mean, you guys know this. That tracks.
Yeah.
It's like in Scrubs whenever they go to see Michael Jordan, and then Turk was like, "You got the tickets?" He was like, "No, I got the sandwiches." And Turk was like, "No, I have the sandwiches." And then they both start screaming. Anyways, the place they got was for merchant sailors to crash while they're in port. It was on a busy roundabout opposite of a Burger King. There was no bath, no balcony, and it was basic as fuck. It was more expensive than our lovely little place, and they got no sleep because of all of the drunk sailors and the traffic noise. They didn't even get any towels provided with their room.
That's
3.
Sounds like John's hell.
I was gonna say not my hell. My hell too. But if Juliet, Juliet's gonna
put it on Juliet.
Hold on. Juliet is gonna listen to the story later. She's gonna be like, "Oh, I could never." And you know what? I'm with you there, babe. I'm with you there.
The night before the wedding, we met for dinner. They'd barely been in Gibraltar for 2 hours, whereas we'd been relaxing since the day before. At dinner, things were tense, but Di was really trying. At some point, she signaled to the restaurant host, and a lady came over with a super fancy VIP bucket with champagne on ice.
Wow.
She popped the cork and gave it to Di, who handed it to Anne, saying, "Just like the one I gave you in New York, baby." It was clearly supposed to be a romantic moment. Anne refused the cork, and we all smiled nervously to try and smooth things over.
Oh, boy.
The host poured 2 glasses of the champagne and gave the glasses to Di and Anne.
Like, we ain't paying for this shit.
Anne took a sip and immediately spat it out, announcing loudly, "It's corked." We all tried the champagne and told Anne that it was delicious. Mike and I don't really drink, but we do know what champagne tastes like. Anne insisted that the champagne was corked and loudly announced that they would not be paying for it. The host was pissed, and I understood why when she told us it was a €750 bottle. Euro dollar? Is that how you say it?
$1.
Euro?
I don't know what the euro.
Like
just
just
euro
a euro?
stuff? I don't fucking know. Again, I'm from Texas.
Just
Sean says yen dollar.
Yeah, yen dollar. Yeah, when I'm in the Philippines, it's peso dollar.
peso dollar,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah. Is it not PD? I don't know. She threatened to call the police, so Di sheepishly paid for it, and Anne sulked for the rest of the night. I was so embarrassed, and our whole evening was spoiled. When we got back to our Airbnb to take a bubble bath and eat Jaffa cakes, I told Mike there was no way I was going to allow them to ruin another minute of our trip. But if they wanted to ruin theirs, that's not my problem. 4. The actual weddings went off okay, apart from the fact that they were still drunk from the night before. The registry office was nice, and I married the man of my dreams. Afterwards, we bought them brunch to soak up the booze and faithfully walked them around the park, taking lovely photos of them. Di had her finger over the lens of every picture that she took of us.
Jesus.
When we were done, they suggested we all go back to the pub and get wasted. As if. We dropped them off at the pub and went our separate ways. I was honest and just told them, I want to be alone with my husband. And they couldn't really argue with that. The wedding dinner. Mike, Di, and I all have fairly casual preferences for a restaurant for the wedding dinner, but Anne insisted on a fine dining seafood restaurant that didn't even serve dessert. I outright refused because I don't eat fish at all, and Anne was insisting on the fish restaurant, so we decided not to meet up. Anne also tried to convince us to chip in on the $200 for a custom wedding cake to get delivered to the restaurant, but we said hell no.
Oh my God.
Mike and I went to the best steakhouse in Gibraltar. I had a 1.2 kilo steak and an amazing cheesecake for dessert.
Ooh.
We had a lovely time, and the wait staff went out of their way to spoil us. Around 8 p.m., they messaged us, "Where are you?" And we ignored the message.
Good.
As it turned out, Anne forgot to make reservations, and the fish restaurant was fully booked. But they could not leave and go somewhere else because they had to sit there and wait for the cake to be delivered.
Oh my God.
They ended up taking...
How did they make the cake reservation but not the dinner reservation? That should have been
Priorities.
first.
These two are dumbasses.
These two are bad.
Holy.
They ended up taking the cake back to their shitty hotel and eating it with credit cards because they didn't even have cutlery and plates in their room. They got hammered that night on supermarket vodka, while Mike and I had the perfect evening. We got a taxi home, smoked weed on our balcony, watched the stars, and kissed for hours. The next day, Mike and I set out for a day of hiking in the UNESCO World Heritage Site National Park. It was the best day ever. Mike got robbed and bitten by a monkey, which was fucking hilarious.
Jeebus.
We ate a full English breakfast in the Sky restaurant.
Oh, Sean's favorite.
I got roasted in the comments. But apparently a bunch of people love fucking beans and toast.
Heathens.
I mean, someone has to, I guess, if it's such a staple.
Try waffles and chicken and let me know if you still love beans and toast for breakfast. Try fucking biscuits and gravy and tell me if you like beans. Anyways.
I do have English friends that says biscuits and gravy is an atrocity, which I wanted to fight them for it.
I think they call
maybe they think
cookies,
biscuits are cookies. So maybe that's why they're thinking.
Yeah,
and maybe they're thinking of.
Oh no, they actually traveled to the States and then tried it. They're like, "What the hell is this?"
All right, well then he's just salty because we all hate beans on toast.
What's wrong with you?
He's just trying to get some fucking heat. Guess what, brother? No heat from me. You're just living a sad life.
Yeah, eat your beans and toast, you heathen.
You know, to all the people in the comments, I'm happy you love it.
Yeah, I mean I'm
happy you love it.
That was the end of that segment. We were like, you can like what you want.
Yeah. The Instagram post, cut that out.
Yeah, it did. On purpose.
On purpose, so. Yes.
Yeah, you get more comments if you get mad.
Yeah,
you do get more comments.
To quote Stephen A. Smith, I'm going to tell you right now, we don't care.
To quote Charles Barkley, them young boys are coming.
We coming.
Unforgettable memories were made while Di and Ann fought and decided that, you know what? It was Gibraltar's fault. And they spontaneously decided to leave.
Nah. That's your dumbass.
I think it might be y'all's plan.
Yeah, poor planning.
I think it's poor planning. They booked a beach resort up the coast somewhere in Spain and headed on foot to the train station. Well, the trains got all messed up and they got stranded somewhere in Spain with all their luggage. And it took them 14 hours to get to the resort. They arrived at 11 p.m. and were checking out the next morning.
That sucks.
That's real tough. Mike and I spent a few more nights enjoying our honeymoon and then road tripped home. We stayed in the same little place in Cartagena on the way back, and the host threw us a little surprise party. It was magical.
Wow.
Di and Ann got stranded again on their way home, lost half of their luggage, and caught COVID.
Oh,
Jeebus.
Capping it off with COVID. You gotta love it.
Too long didn't read. Our friends ruined their wedding, but not ours.
Could have happened to better people, to be honest.
Yeah. My initial read, I was like, man, they are dumbasses, but I feel bad. And then I'm like, wait, they just crashed this wedding uninvited.
Yeah.
I don't feel anything at all. This is fucking insane behavior.
The champagne thing too. I was like, okay, they're kind of
embarrassing.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't feel too bad for them.
Yeah, so they try to crash every single aspect of it. The restaurant reservations, the fish, the champagne that you guys mentioned. Yeah, they try to take control of everything. So I don't feel bad for them at all.
No. Yeah. When you were telling the story though, I was like, I can't fathom trying to plan a wedding with my friends as well. Like doing it on your own is like so hard. I imagine doing it with like another couple 10 times as hard, like easily, because there's no way you all have the same vision for what you want for your wedding. And it's just going to be a fucking headache and you're going to hate each other by the end of it.
Yeah. And I was going to say too, Juliet listens to our episodes a lot, and this is going to be nightmare fuel for her, hearing all the stupid steps that they've taken. And then she's going to go back, talk to me about it. She's like, this is why I meticulously plan everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? And I appreciate you for it.
She's going to feel so validated listening to that story.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm the fucking best. This shit
I'm the GOAT.
would never fucking happen to me.
Like, peek behind the scenes. We're going to Chicago in a few days, right? I'm long back when this episode comes out. She's like, I didn't really plan it much. There's not a single minute in the itinerary where it's not filled. And she's like, yeah, this is poorly planned. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
We should have got her to do our wedding.
She's the best when it comes to planning. I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you do it?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't be me. I'm terrible at organizing.
I am just, give me all your bags, I'll carry it.
I like planning, but I leave a lot of minutes like, we might want to take a nap.
We ain't doing that. There's none of that.
I do a lot of loose planning.
Yeah, I do a loose plan. I get hours, but I don't get minutes. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, we'll shop for these hours. Maybe we head back and get a coffee. Maybe we go to take a 30-minute nap. Who knows?
I like that.
I just because when I do the minute one, it's easy with two. When it's with like a group and you try to do the minute one,
Yeah.
they're going to be like, well, that's not going to work for me, brother.
Yeah, I'm getting up
And,
at 10 a.m., not 9 or whatever.
Yeah.
Damn, that's late. Get up at 6. Let's go.
It was an example.
Depending on the plan. Yeah. 6. Yeah. We'll meet y'all for lunch. All right. This next one is coming from r/relationship ground score advice, coming from, and I'll just give you a little spoiler warning. They're first of 3 stories today.
Whoa.
Oh, damn.
Writing Giraffe,
Oh,
just
let's go.
dominating the subreddit this week. All right, this one is a woman who gets stranded on the side of the road.
Uh-oh. Hitchhiker situation, possibly?
Or left on the side of the road by a partner.
We shall see. All right. I already said where it's coming from, right? Yep. And who it
Yep.
is? Yep. Let's
Yep.
get into it.
You got it.
My 26 female boyfriend, 27 male, left me stranded last night.
Nailed it.
Jeebus.
How should I proceed?
Break up with him?
Oh, you should probably call
First
a
off.
cab first.
Yeah. I, 26 female, have been with my boyfriend, 27 male, for a year next month. Last night, I ran out of gas at around 11 p.m. and was stranded on the side of the road.
Oh, that's scary.
Very scary. This was the first time I had experienced this, and I called my boyfriend to ask for help. He told me that he didn't have a gas can and that he has a jam-packed day tomorrow, so suggested that I get an Uber home.
That's wild.
Also,
That's
by
wild.
jam,
Shit.
He's playing video games, I'm guessing.
What the fuck?
also by jam-packed day, he means going to the gym in the morning, then work, and then school.
I mean, that's pretty jam packed, but there's no excuse.
There's no excuse.
You go help your partner out if they're stranded at 11 p.m. That's crazy.
Yeah. Guess what? I also work. I also go to school, and I also go to the gym. He said that if I really needed help, he would help me. But by that point, I felt pretty discouraged at how uninterested he seemed in helping. So I told him I'd figure it out.
What do you mean if you really need help? What the fuck do you think I'm calling you for?
Yeah,
Seriously.
why else would I call you at 11? He left it at that, and afterwards we hung up, and he never called me back.
That's insane.
That's
dude.
wild, bro.
Fast
Oh.
forward to the early morning, he texted me and asked if I got home okay. I said yes, but I left it at that.
I wouldn't have responded,
For real.
but left him wondering.
Leave him his
Now-
ass
yeah.
stranded.
Yeah.
Now he's tried to call me 4 times, but at this point, I'm honestly upset about his sudden interest in talking with me only after I figured it out on my own.
Mhm.
Am I wrong to be upset? It's
No.
honestly given me an ick. Is this a deal breaker? I need some perspective on how to handle this.
Dude, that
Too
is
long,
a
didn't read.
legit ick. It's
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah.
I called my boyfriend to ask if he could help me after I ran out of gas and was stranded. He told me he had a busy day and that I should call an Uber. This has me thinking that I can't call my partner in a time of need, and I'm contemplating whether this is a deal breaker or not.
Yeah. This is more
Yes.
than an ick. This is a red flag. Like,
Glaring.
just imagine you're like water's broke, you're ready to give birth, and you need a ride. You call your husband, who's maybe like, out of the gym, and he's just like, "Oh, I got a couple more sets. I'll come in a
I
minute."
got 3
Like,
more sets.
What are you talking about, dude? You help your partner out no matter what. I mean,
No, but if she's
yeah,
really busy, if she really needs help, he'll be there.
Exactly.
if that doesn't
Fuck this guy.
classify as a I really need help, I don't know what does.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I'm so confused by it. But if you really need help, like, why else would I call you and tell you I'm stranded on the side of? It's 11 p.m. Bro.
Yeah,
I need help.
Ugh.
Yeah, crazy. Dump his ass.
For real. Leave his ass on the side of the road.
All right, are we ready for our next one?
Let's do it.
This one is coming from,
Writing Giraffe.
again, r/relationship ground score advice from Writing Giraffe yet again.
Bah.
This is
I'm just gonna let John be the goat noise for that one.
Bah.
Bah?
I don't know what noises giraffes make, so.
What noise
That's a
does
great
a giraffe make?
question.
I imagine they neigh like horses.
Oh, that's a good guess.
They sound like eagles, but really falcons.
Wait, do you know? Is that what
No,
no,
no.
He's
You
fucking
sounded
with you.
confident, and I just believed you.
It's all about the delivery, brother.
Yeah, I know. You got my ass. All right. This is how do I break up with my neighbor's cat?
Oh, this is going to be a kind of cute story. I imagine the cat's just coming over and you're feeding it or something or petting it.
You're my parent now.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
bitch, go home.
So never
I don't
break
want to
up
get
with
attached.
All right. Last month, a random cat, 3-year-old male, showed up at my door as I, 22-year-old female, ages really.
Sean
I
Rule.
can't imagine
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Sean Rule
It's illegal.
was leaving the house. I thought he was a cute cat, so I gave him a small piece of ham. Mistake number one, brother.
That's how it starts.
He came back the next day and I petted him, gave him some water, and went about my day. I didn't see him for about 2 weeks, but then he showed up at my door again. I gave him a piece of rotisserie chicken that I'd bought for myself that day. Looking back, I regret these choices because now this cat shows up at my door every time I leave the house.
No, you
I
don't.
feel like I'm being bullied by his meows.
Take it.
So I've ended up giving him a small piece of food each time I leave.
The cat's going to get
Better.
so fat.
Today, things have escalated. He's followed me to my car and laid down on my tire so I could not leave until I acknowledged him. One's up.
OTC.
I realized I might have given him the wrong idea about our relationship. And to make matters worse, I found out he's actually my neighbor's cat. So he's not a stray and he has a food source, but they never bring him in the house. He's outside 24/7. Now, the neighbor's second cat has heard about my place and has started tagging along as well.
You damn
He literally,
moochers.
Heard it on
he
Twitter.
literally hides in the bushes and waits for me to leave the house.
Surprise,
It's gotten
motherfucker.
Yeah, I got friends. It's gotten so bad that I recently bought cat treats while shopping for my dog. I don't want to be a jerk, but I also don't want to be a cat magnet. How do I get these cats to stop coming to my door without feeling like a total asshole? Too long didn't
You
read.
don't.
I started feeding a cute cat that showed up at my door, and now he and now his buddy won't leave me alone. Found out they're actually my neighbor's cats and not strays. How do I get them to stop coming over without being mean?
You better tell those bum ass cats. You better get the fuck out. I'm just kidding. I gotta say, the cat distribution system chose your ass. You got 2 cats now, buddy. You can't break up with them.
Well, the cat
Yeah.
distribution system is usually when the cat doesn't have an owner, but
Well,
because that was
not
a big
in this
problem.
case, okay?
That was a big problem recently where people were just taking cats off the street and they're like, "Oh no, that's person that belongs to someone."
Did y'all see that fucking Nancy sent it to me. It's a snippet of the Garfield movie, which I never thought I'd ever watch a clip of.
The new one?
I guess so. It's like a
Okay.
CGI one. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Garfield, like baby Garfield and his dad, like in the streets without food. And then Garfield's dad found some food. So he like ran to the trash can to get it. And then when he came back, Garfield was gone. And what's his name had him? The human,
Oh, no.
Dave.
John.
Dave had him and John. And
Yeah.
John was walking away and Garfield's dad like started crying and
Oh,
like
God.
watched John with baby Garfield in like a warm house getting fed. And I was like, oh my fucking God, Garfield is making me cry. What's going on?
That paints Garfield in such a dark light.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. His dad, which made me think of the story with the cat owner that gave up his cat. Because
Oh,
the dad like saw him with John and was just like, oh, he's living a better life. Boy, I was crying watching Garfield.
Boy, the
That's
comments
crazy.
about to be hot again on that.
Guess what? Watch Garfield suck my ass.
dude, that made me feel bad for the dad though. So I think we took
I was
this
just
different
trying
ways.
to provide food.
Yeah, I know. I felt really bad for the dad.
You
So I was
bitch ass
like, man.
Garfield just took it and be like, well, I guess I'm living the life now. Fuck you, dad.
Yeah.
You on the streets.
He was an infant. He didn't know. He didn't know.
Not an excuse.
For this
Oh,
story
man.
though, here's you take some of your rotisserie chicken and you put it at your other neighbor's like in their garden or something like that. So the cats start going over there.
Or the actual owners, like
No,
that
no.
neighbor.
Your other
another.
neighbors. Yeah.
You want to torment somebody else?
Petty revenge to a neighbor who doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, I gotta say,
It's like, what have they done?
they're my cats now. You
They
fucked
existed.
up.
Shout out one of the top comment on this post in our subreddit by Ash Ketchum himself writes, "Oh, sweet child, there is no ending this relationship.
Yup.
The ritual of appeasement has begun, and you are now unfortunately owned by Big Cat trademarked. There's no workers' rights or protections once the cats claim you.
Yeah.
Can't unionize. It's
No,
done.
you can't.
Hate to see
They
it.
break unions up, actually.
Mhm.
Union busters, these
Yeah.
cats.
It's illegal, but they do it.
Wow. All right, this next one is again coming from Writing Giraffe.
Let's hear it, John.
Sheesh.
What was that?
I don't know what the fuck
It's a
that was.
hawk, bird.
Oh,
Eagle.
Jesus Christ. All right, this one is coming from r/TIFU, and it's titled,
Ooh.
Today I Fucked Up by Changing My 80-Year-Old Mother's Nickname on Her iPhone.
Ooh,
Okay.
big titty Betty or some shit like that. It's gonna be a name.
Christ.
Watch.
Let's see. This fuck up was set in motion last year, but came to fruition today.
Fruition.
Fruition.
Fruition? Is that it?
Fruition.
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 Holy fucking shit, brother. Yeah, have you not has nothing come to fruition in your life, brother? Holy, my sister.
Euro dollars. Fruition.
Yeah, Euro
Man.
dollars, fruition.
You on one
Sean's
today,
on it
brother?
today.
The really the fiber is really fucking me up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really upset about it.
Giving them brain worms.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Anyways, about fruition. Last December, I visited my folks over Christmas, and during my annual clean up all of their electronics tasking, I thought it would be funny to change my mom's nickname on her phone using the old "Hey Siri, from now on, call me blank" trick. No, Siri, don't do that, actually.
you pissed off so many people right now. Just realized.
I'm so sorry, everybody. Holy shit. It happened to me. I had to stop it myself. Oh my God.
Shit.
Apologies in post, not in advance.
That's so funny. I'm leaving that in.
I figured it would get triggered at some point during the holidays and we'd all have a good laugh, but it never happened. And I completely forgot about it until today. Fast forward 8 months later, my mom went out to lunch with her pastor and a group of elderly ladies from church this morning.
Oh,
This is
no.
gonna be some raunchy ass nickname. Boy, I can feel it.
They were handing their phones around the table to share pictures of grandkids and vacations, and one woman asked whose phone she's holding. Another woman showing off her mad tech skills says, "Hey, you can ask it." "Hey, blank." Learned my mistake.
Say it.
"Hey, blank, whose phone is this?" And blank responded with, "I believe this iPhone belongs to Big Titty Mima." You were close. You fucking guessed the fuck out of this. How the fuck did you do that?
That was so close.
Predict John is back.
This writer, this OP is as childish as John.
So close.
Shit. Mom immediately knew I was responsible. She didn't even ask if I did it. She just called to chew me out. And I made it worse by laughing too hard to apologize before she hung up on me. I am so dead. Too long didn't read. My 80-year-old mother's phone called her Big Titty Mima while at lunch with her pastor and church lady friends because I am an idiot.
That's so fucking funny.
damn.
That's
hilarious.
insane. As soon as you said Big Titty, I was like, there's no fucking way. Have we done this story? I started thinking I needed to find a new one.
Oh shit.
Oh man. I could think of a worse group you'd have that happen in front of.
The church. I know they'd be judging your ass on Facebook too.
Oh yeah.
Damn, you think you know somebody?
Damn, the congregation. The sermon's gonna be about something crazy. I'm gonna need you all to repent for your sins and not have lewd names in your phone book or whatever you call it.
I'll be seeing you in confession, Big Titty Mimo.
It's like, I'm trying to see something, Big Titty Mimo.
Oh, God.
No. All right, this last story, unless you're a patron or YouTube member, is not really a story, but just a funny thing I found. And by found, I mean it was one of our most upvoted things on the subreddit.
How you just stumbled upon it.
Yeah, I just stumbled upon it. You know what I mean? This one is coming from r/clever comebacks from Snakes Can Run. I'm sorry.
hell yeah.
That's
Snakes
my nightmare.
mid-score can mid-score run.
Thank you.
I will be running away too.
It's just 2 tweets. One tweet was from a man who said, "It's funny how after the birth of a baby, people declare that, quote, the mother and baby are doing fine, end quote. But what about the father?"
Boy. What did you do?
Well,
You did your part 9 months ago. That's all you did.
2 out of 3 of you went into surgery. And I'm going to let you guess who the one didn't go to surgery is.
To which somebody retweeted and said, "Well, fathers don't usually die during childbirth."
Not usually.
Not usually. In fact, they're in no danger at all during childbirth.
Yeah, you might, get your hand squeezed a little hard or have to sleep on an uncomfortable chair, but
Yeah.
the damage is low.
Damage
Very low.
is quite low.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it, really.
That's
That's
insane.
Yeah. All right. This next segment is the classic Monday segment. Coming from the Amazing Underbakke, we have the classic segment of Is This Poster Okay?
Maybe.
You guys know this. Alex finds unhinged post from the internet, and then we decide together if this poster is okay.
Let's get it.
This first one is coming from, this segment's favorite spot, r/unpopular opinion.
Probably not okay at this point.
Oh, I don't know. There's been hit
I don't know.
misses.
It's kind of 50-50 sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
True unpopular opinions is where
That
it's
is
really
right.
unhinged.
You guys
That's
are
the
right.
tough one.
That's right.
That's the tough one.
That's where it's like women shouldn't vote. It's like Jesus Christ.
All right. Okay, relax. It's bad when your unpopular opinion is so unpopular it can't be posted on unpopular.
Different subreddit just for itself.
You might actually have a problem if you can't post on unpopular opinion.
Yeah. If you're not getting up votes there, it's an unpopular opinion.
All right. OP is ask ground score bout ground score paternoster. Don't know who that is. And I won't ask about him, actually. They write, paper towels are better than tissues for blowing your nose. I rip right through tissues. If I'm not dramatically gentle to the point that barely a drop comes out, the tissue explodes in a shotgun blast of confetti and snot. They're certainly not the material for me. Paper towels, though? No rips, no tears, unless they're the really cheap ones. They're even soft as well as strong these days. And an added bonus, when I have a cold and my nose is sore, I can run a paper towel under some hot water so it soothes me and cleans me even better while I blow. Try that with a tissue paper and it'll dissolve like, a tissue paper in water. Soft, strong paper towels are superior to tissues in every way except the dispenser. Is this poster okay?
I gotta wonder. I've never used a paper towel and been like, oh, that was so soft. It's usually like, oh, now my nose is fucked for the rest of the week. So I don't know what paper towel he's using. I will say I do use paper towel occasionally if I'm like out of Kleenex or something like that. But I mean, buddy, you gotta double ply tissue, maybe like up your game. I don't know like what the issue is, but I've never tore through a tissue paper.
I need to see this man sneeze
Yeah.
because he blows it like a shotgun and it becomes confetti.
Is he like
That's
the wolf that blows down the houses? I gotta wonder.
Oh man, I gotta say, I'm with this OP though.
Okay.
Interesting.
The we have multiple paper towel styles at home. So we have those
Of
paper
course.
towels that you'll
Of
see.
course,
Who else
of course
would?
you do. Of course you do.
So we have the
John.
general use paper towels, right?
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you've been to like, if you guys have been to Vegas before, they have like the thicker, softer paper towels.
Like at nice restaurants.
Yes,
Yeah,
those
yeah,
are
yeah.
really great. So I'm
Those are
someone
great.
I'm someone who goes and have a lot of nosebleeds. And when I do use like Kleenex, it does seep through very, very fast. And it's
Okay, well,
ineffective. But
I will say-
with those thick paper towels and the softer ones, they do absorb it and it takes a longer time because it has better surface area. So I'm actually with OP on this one.
But sneezing is different than
I'm a hard
nosebleed.
sneezer. I'm a hard sneezer and
Oh,
it
shit.
happens the same as well.
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting.
Listen,
I will say this. You are truly rich, John, that you could buy those fancy paper towels and use them for nosebleeds. I would be like, oh shit, like I gotta use some cheap shit for the
Yeah,
nosebleed. You're
same.
using expensive.
It's our head
Nap-
towels for our guest room or like our guest bathrooms.
Is disposable napkins? Is your
Yes.
You are rich, brother.
But then we don't have a
towels
lot of
that we
guests.
wash.
We don't have guests, so we've been having it forever.
I mean, I guess that's
That's
True.
fair. That's fair.
I just use a reusable towel, to be honest.
Yeah, I use a reusable small.
I mean,
hand
on a
towel,
day to
like
day,
pour.
yes. On a day to day, I use a reusable one. But when people come over, I don't want them touching my shit.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess.
You're just so rich. Anyways,
yeah.
No,
But at the end of the day, I will
Juliet
say,
is so rich. I apologize.
yes, there you go. Don't include me. I'm just.
But as
part
a
of the
married
package.
couple, you are one. So I mean, but y'all are both just.
as an accessory, you are also rich.
Oh, I love being an accessory, baby boy.
But at the end of the day, I think you and this poster are both fine. It's
Yeah, I
whatever you
think you're
find
fine.
more comfortable. I'm just saying my opinion is I would rather softer tissue paper because I find it softer, but I also don't get
Y'all
the
need to
super
try those.
expensive stuff.
I'm trying to see if I could just grab one real quick so I can show you what it looks like.
No, I don't want to
What's
feel
crazy
poor
is my
today.
internet is so bad I couldn't even see it if you did.
Jesus.
I will say the idea of warming up, putting warm water under the paper towel and then blowing your nose does sound enticing and incredible.
I do that sometimes.
I would just use a cloth, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Also, I just got to see how hard John sneezes into napkins.
Yeah.
I need to see
Hard.
this action.
Kind of scared.
Hard.
Hard.
All right, post number 2. This one is also from r/unpopular opinion, and the OP is Present Bad 6746. They write, in most cases, people dislike being ghosted and blocked not because they don't get insight and closure from someone else's perspective. It's because we hate not feeling in control, being discarded, and being devalued. But that is inevitable in life. This goes for both relationships and friendships. I see countless post after post about how it's the most respectful and kind thing to do to offer an explanation or reason for ghosting and or blocking. But those actions alone communicate enough that someone simply isn't interested in going further with you, whether you agree with it or not. Your time with them is done, whether you like it or not. What more closure do we seriously need? Why not focus more on introspection? That's more productive anyways. I've been ghosted and blocked, and I've blocked and ghosted others. For me personally, even if I knew why I was ghosted and blocked, it would make little, if any, difference concerning my feelings being hurt because of it. Quote, but I invested my energy and time into the friendship and or relationship. I deserve some clarity, end quote. End quote. End quote. Apologies. So did the other person involved. Both of you did so willingly. So what's the real issue here? That's the risk with relationships and friendships. Sometimes your investment amounts to nothing. Sometimes it does. You can't escape that risk. So stop complaining about it in the name of closure. The less you focus on your image supposedly being tarnished by others via rejection, the better you'll feel about the unpredictable nature of relationships and friendships overall, and fully appreciating how well things are going now and not how south they could go later. So, is this poster okay? I feel like this is truly kind of a hot take, actually.
I think there's a gray area into where it's like, yeah, ghosting is fine. I think if you're talking to someone on like Tinder or something for like a day or two, you don't really owe that person anything. So I think you're fine to ghost. If you've been on like 3 or 4 dates with a person and you ghost someone, that's pretty shitty. You can at least be like, at least tell them that you don't want to continue this. But yeah, I think there's a gray area in between that where it's like some people will find it fine, some people will find that offensive. But I think overall, this person has a healthy relationship with dating, actually, in a way. They're like, yeah, if someone ghosts me, that's fine. And I think that's a healthy way to look at it because otherwise you're just going to be hating yourself going into like the dating space online, especially.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, it seems like I don't fully agree with this person because, like Josh said, you know, context is everything. I mean, sometimes you should, you know, people deserve some things. But at the end of the day, like, it is kind of a healthy view on it because no matter what, even if they give closure or if they don't, you're going to be sort of hurt by it regardless. So why does it matter if it's hurt because they told you or because you got ghosted? And, you know, there's different reasons for different things. So, I mean, I guess I could see it. It also seems like they have a healthy view on introspection and looking within as opposed to like, you know, etc. But like Josh said, I mean, there's situations for everything. If you dated for 3 months and then ghosted, or dated for really any amount of time, you know, like in an actual relationship and then just ghosted, I think it'd be kind of rude to just disappear with no explanation. That seems not great.
Yeah, and I will say this, like, if you are like someone who gets upset by someone who ghosts you, that's fine as well. You're allowed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so he can't tell you, or the OP can't tell you not to be upset about this. I think their own way of dealing with it, if this is their moral code, that's fine. I think that's fine. But yeah, I think there's a gray area for me anyway of where it would be okay and where it would be pretty offensive to just ghost someone. But I'll let John put in his 2 cents.
No, you guys have pretty much said everything as well. Like, I mean, to me, it's nice to have closure just because I want to understand. I'm a person driven by feedback a lot. So if there are things that I could do to improve upon, you know, next time around, whatever the next venture is, I would love to have that. But I also don't ever feel like I'm owed that closure, right? Because people can have different things. And like you guys kind of touched on already, it feels like this person has a healthy relationship with their self-image too. So, you know, whatever they feel, that's how they feel. Really, I've been ghosted before in terms of like friendship, not so much in like relationship. I did get ghosted a lot as a recruiter. You know, like a lot of times in my professional setting, you do talk to a lot of candidates and you get them through so far in the process. And it would be nice to hear them say, hey, I'm dropping out. I got another offer somewhere, instead of chasing around and say like, hey, are you still interested in this role or what's going on here? And vice versa. You know, there's a lot of people in like a professional setting now asking, especially in this tough climate of job hunting, is like, hey, it's kind of nice to know if I'm even moving on to the process as a candidate, you know? So it does kind of go both ways. It is nice to have, but like what you guys said, there are some areas that require it. Some areas possibly don't. So that's kind of where I'm at.
All right, boys. Thank y'all for listening to this episode. Before we sign off, I do have like 3 weeks worth of Venmos to read. So apologies. It's been 3 weeks and I apologize. There's a lot of Venmo requests for stories that I need to read. And
You can
got
save
you all
some
in 2
for
weeks.
next week if you want.
Next week. Oh, are we
Since we're recording another Monday episode right after this, you can split half and half. It's up to you.
Nah, I'm gonna just fucking.
All right.
Full send. Here we go. First one is Maya, who writes the absolute jump scare when Sean said he was from Pearland. I am also from Pearland.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Maya sends $2. Michaela, who always writes some crazy stuff in the Venmos,
Oh, yeah.
writes my wife,
Yes.
as well as Garden Snake Slayer, aka Sean's mom, and my personal favorite, and honestly, Michaela, you might have peaked here, caramelized bunions.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
Those are
That
great.
is the tea.
Yeah.
Michaela sends 33 cents. Thank you. Savannah writes, the Patreon videos are gone? Question mark.
What?
No, they're there.
They're there.
Okay. Let us know again if you have problems. We'll get that sorted out. If
Some like the bonus, the Tuesday episodes are audio.
They're all
only.
audios, yes.
Sean will not allow us to do video.
yeah, I'm honestly, y'all are lucky I'm letting them do Tuesdays at all.
Honestly, Sean, when you did the whole got angry at the Tuesday thing, we had when that episode released, we had our biggest bump in Patreon subscribers that day.
That's so fucked. That's quite the opposite of what I asked for. I said
So
everyone
many
needs to
people suck.
fucking leave, actually.
No.
God
it was
damn it.
quite the opposite, actually. So
Wow.
that
You
sounds
should, you
great.
should be more angry about that, Sean.
Betrayal.
We need more sound bites.
All
So we
right.
can clip it.
Savannah also writes, I can't do math. I'm upset. Is my all-time favorite Sean quote, and I will be getting this as a tattoo. Savannah sends $2.43. Savannah, I need to see that tattoo. That would be insane.
Shirt idea?
Shirt idea. That
Could be.
honestly could be a good shirt.
90%
do
of our
math.
shirts are going to
I'm
be
upset.
Sean quotes.
True that.
Kayla writes, extra $3 for a happy 3 years, boys.
Thank you.
Kayla sends $13.
Oh, thank you. My favorite
Thank you very
number.
much.
Iris says happy anniversary, heart. And Iris sends $10. Thank you.
Hearts
Thank
to
you.
you, Iris.
Spencer writes, been binging this podcast for a few weeks now. And since you all love What We Do in the Shadows, the show, you gotta watch the movie. It came out first and is amazing. Also, watch Detroiters. It's a Tim Robinson and Sam Richardson show. And it's like If I Think You Should Leave had a story. Spencer sends $5.
Ooh.
Spencer, I've seen the movie.
Yeah, I've seen the movie first. I saw the movie first, honestly.
Yeah, I saw the movie first. I remember it being like kind of like people blowing up about it, like like on Twitter back when Twitter was good or something like that. And I watched it, and I think because I was into what's Jermaine's band? Who's in a band that also had an HBO show? But anyways, I was into him, and then I heard
Like
that
the
movie was good.
Concords?
Fly to the Concords. Fuck
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
I fucking love those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I watched
I've
the movie.
seen clips of Detroiters, but I've never actually watched the show.
I've seen, same, likewise. I need to get into it.
What they said.
Next up, Pearl. Yeah, whenever they were like, since you all love, I was like, well, 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
Close.
2 out of
I like
3.
the show. I don't know anything else that they just mentioned.
That's fair. The movie's good too. You'll like it.
The movie's good.
See it in 5 years.
Probably.
It's like 5 years. No, it's way more than 5 years
No,
old
it's
now.
could, honestly,
Like a
could be a
decade, maybe.
decade. It
Yeah.
could be a decade old.
So I'll see it in the next decade.
Probably when you die.
Probably.
Pearl writes, I nearly fell off of my treadmill listening to the most recent court session episode. You guys are the best. Keep it up and come to Florida, please, for the next meet and greet. Pearl sends $3.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I could
Thank
do
you, Pearl.
Florida.
You don't mind Florida. A little Disney trip?
Yeah.
Shh, don't tell me what a
Actually,
good
fuck
time.
Disney.
Oh, yeah. Fuck Disney. Universal? I don't know what's good
Plus, if we
anymore.
die at Disney, we all have Disney Plus, so we're fucked.
I think we're fucked, actually,
Yeah.
if we die at Disney. Did you see that the bullying worked, though? They
Yeah.
stopped trying to use Look
They
at that,
dropped
guys.
the-
Bully corporations more often. It works.
Hell yeah.
Madison, will you read this on the pod for me, pretty please? And then you sent a link. I got you, Madison, especially because Madison sends $20. Thank you,
Ooh.
Madison.
Thank you, Madison.
Next up, we got Shelby, who writes, hey, Sean, spelled SHAWN, which makes me think you really think my name is spelled that way because it's not a ridiculous. Anyways,
I wish it was spelled like Haitian.
Haitian. That would be honestly good.
That would be good.
I think I would be very confused reading it. I would just read it as Haitian.
Haitian.
And then,
Hey, Sean.
could you guys please read my post on the Rose subreddit? Am I the asshole for putting my boyfriend on blast to his family? Username is Are You Kidding Me? 5585.
Love that username.
Shelby, I got to say, I am not allowed to do that unless I do it in 2 months whenever I take over a Josh episode. So, Josh?
Yeah, I could definitely look at it. We've got 2 guests coming up on our next 2 Emma the Assholes episodes. So
see you next month.
I'll see if it fits in one of those.
Perfect. Shelby also writes, and apologies for being so late on this. I didn't realize my birthday was this Friday, August 23rd.
Happy
Well, that's late.
belated birthday.
Could I please get a happy birthday? Happy belated, Shelby.
Feliz
My apologies.
cumpleaños, Shelby.
My apologies. Shelby sends $10.69, the sickest amount of cents.
Hell yeah.
All right, next up, we got Lauren, who writes, sorry for the skipped month. I bought a house and my partner had surgery. She's fine and fully recovered, by the way.
Oh,
Thank goodness. Okay.
thank goodness and congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations. So I completely forgot. Understandable.
Yeah.
But I'm back on schedule this month. Love you, boys. Keep up the great podcasting. Lauren sends $30. And again,
Sheesh.
Lauren is a $10 patron.
Lauren, you
donates-
got a mortgage now. You need to chill.
She sends us $40 a month. Lauren, you're the
Holy-
goat. But
Thank you, Lauren.
don't feel bad about skipping a month.
Yeah, you're the goat.
Just make sure you come back next month. All right. Next up, we got Daniela, who writes, I'm a rich Wikimaniac and low-key begging you to cover the update for the story from the March 21st episode. It's wholesome, and they thank y'all by name.
Oh, I did see
Oh.
that on Discord.
Did you?
Yes.
Here's the link to the update with my low-key bribe. Thank you guys for everything. Daniela sends $20.
A peek
Okay.
behind the screen. We were going to push Wednesday updates until
He's done
October
with his
because
wedding.
I'm so fucking busy this month, but we'll talk about it and see if it'll come out in September. I don't know when I'm going to have the time to.
Also, peek
that
behind the
episode.
screen. I want to be on that one. I would
Yeah,
like to be on that one.
That's the other thing. We got to
So,
get Sean on that. So
Yeah. Would
it
love to
might not be until
thanked by name.
October. It might not be until October, so I apologize, but we will do it. I promise you.
We will
Someday.
do it, especially if you send another $20 to me. Especially if you... Next up, we got Peter, who writes, shout out to Josh for sticking up for us Android folks.
Oh,
Blue
let's
bubble,
go.
green bubble does not matter.
It
Blame
does to
the
me.
corporations. Apple. Love the
Exactly.
podcast. Peter Keefe, parentheses, developer of the Android and iOS veggie gardening app Planter.
Whoa.
Peter.
I've actually used that. That's crazy.
Peter. Peter.
Hell yeah.
We should
Shout
reach out to you
Peter.
for developing an app for us. Do we have an idea? No, but it would
No.
be crazy.
I guess it
Someday.
could be a Reddit alternative, but
Yeah. All right, Peter sends $9.69. You better believe
Let's
it.
go,
Thank you,
Peter.
go Android gang.
Okay, relax.
Ah,
Next
calm
up, we
down,
got
everybody.
Mary Jane, who writes, sending money because I've been listening to the podcast so much when speaking to someone that I accidentally said host with a Canadian accent.
Nice.
I am from Texas.
Oops.
I also get this a lot, so I'm just going to throw it out there. Mary Jane is my real name. Sick, dude. 420.
that's
Do
a
be it up, Mary.
Light
Jane.
it up.
You could tell how much of a nerd I was because all I thought of was
Peter
Spider-Man.
Parker.
Mary Jane sends the devil's amount, $6.66.
Hell yeah.
All right. Finn Balor themselves, right?
The Demon King.
I'm so glad to have been a YouTube rich for 2 months. I love your humor and emotional depth and Sean's decorum. John, congrats on leaving the job. And Josh, best wishes for your wedding. I know
Thank you.
y'all hate Dallas, but hopefully this Dallas native gets an exemption. Finn sends 69 cents, Finn.
Hell yeah.
You're
I think we
okay in
were-
my eyes, Finn.
Yeah. we don't
Yeah,
hate
that Dallas, the
people.
people are mostly fine. are mostly fine. I'm not going to say all of them.
I feel
But Finn, you're good.
quite a few places we shit on. We're like, yeah, the people are mostly fine.
Yeah. People are mostly good.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Rachel writes, "Hi, Sean, Josh, and John. I discovered you guys on TikTok, and now my husband and I listen to your full episodes on YouTube.
Hell
We
yeah.
really love how you guys read stories and your on-camera vibes. So please have a cup of coffee on us and keep those vibes rolling." Coffee
Hell
emoji,
yeah.
coffee emoji, coffee emoji.
Ooh.
Rachel sends $30. Thank you.
Hell
Rachel.
yeah.
Have a couple coffees.
And your
Thank
husband.
you. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Also,
that.
this is a frequent Venmo goat, and I apologize because I can't imagine I'm pronouncing it correctly, and you haven't told me if I am or not. But Jalexis sends, "Listening to your podcast gets me through long work days. I wear my Get Therapy hat every shift with pride. Keep up the great work." Jalexis sends 1 cent. Every penny counts, baby.
Hell
Let's
yeah,
go.
Thank you.
All right, those are all the Venmos for the last 3 weeks. And as always, this will be going to support Nora and her family. So thank you guys so much for doing what you do. It's really appreciative.
Awesome.
Oh, right. I'm hosting the episode. I was like,
waiting.
John, close it out, brother.
Brother, it's still you.
All right. Anything else before we head off, y'all? Apologies.
New
Keep that
merch.
pause in, Josh. Keep the
New
pause.
merch. Go check it out. Yeah, keep the pause. People will be like, did the episode just end? New merch. Go check out the pet merch.
Shout out Janelle
Shout out
Hell
Janelle,
yeah.
our designer for that.
at Fat Lip.
At Fat Lip. And yeah, go check that out. I'm going to be reading merch messages next Monday, which we're recording soon, like right now. So I won't read the future messages, but just know that we will in the future read merch messages when you send them in with your purchase of the pet merch. So go check that out.
I guess call to action for me. What would you feed your neighbor's cats? Comment below.
Whoa. All right. Thank you for listening to this episode and or watching. Truly the GOAT if you do both to really help our numbers out. But anyways, thank you. We'll see you on Friday. Goodbye.
Bye.
Get therapy.